Dr. Keith here, the creator of Supernoetics and the chief researcher. I'd like to introduce you to some of our hacks, and I'm going to record a short series of videos. And by the way, you can get yourself a book here called the Life and Living Toolbook that's full of all sorts of very interesting materials that you'll find will change your life completely. In fact, I got a lovely letter from an 83-year-old lady a few weeks ago, and she said it's completely changed her life, even at that age. So there's some very powerful stuff in that. Anyway, what do we mean by a hack? Well, a hack is a sort of short technique, a little trick or a wrinkle, few little steps that you do in turn that will produce some magical result at the end. Well, not magical because you know how it's happening, but I mean really quite amazing. And if you told a person I can do that to that without telling them how it was done, then it would indeed seem magical. Now, on the theme of magical, then let me start with the 3 wishes. And the reason I thought of magical is because this is something you meet in fairy stories. You know, a person, a hero or heroine, meets a fairy or some other magical being that says, I can grant you 3 wishes. And typically, of course, the person screws it up. They say, oh my God, I wish I could think of something really, and that, oh good, that's 1 wish gone, so there's 2 wishes left. And the person says, no, I didn't mean that to be a wish. Too bad, it was a wish. And so the person thinks really hard, well, what would be good? So what would be really good if I could tell the future, then I can enter the lotteries and I can earn millions, billions, as much money as I want. And so the second wish comes true and the person is able to tell the future. But it's horrifying. They can see their death, their parents' death, tragedies, accidents, wars, the end of the universe. All of this comes, and it's so horrifying. The person says, stop. But there's only 1 wish left. So they have to use it up, saying, I just want everything to be back the way it was. There are variations on that story. And I'm sure, you know, you can think of 2 or 3 where this sort of process plays out. Why am I telling you this? Why am I telling you fairy stories, for goodness sake? Well, I'm telling you that because what I call the 3 wishes phenomenon is one of the most powerful teachings that we have in Supernoetics. Now, first of all, I need to get across to you the idea that everything you want is a wish. We don't normally use that. I mean, sometimes a person might say an affirmation, you know, I am incredibly rich, I've got all the money in the world I need. That's an obvious wish. But, you know, if a person has, you know, like something in life that is not the way they wanted, it's because they wished it that way. And if you say, I'm never going to be poor again, that's a wish. If you say, damn, I'll never be out of debt at this rate, that's a wish. All of these things come true. That's the god-awful truth, is we get everything we wish for. So if you want to know what your belief systems are and what your wishes are, just look around you. You know, if you don't have any friends or you're broke or you're sick, that's because you wished that on yourself at some level or another. Well, the point is that these 3 wishes work. First of all, wish 1 is a positive. It's nearly always abundance and love and all the marvelous, wonderful things a person would wish for themselves in life. But then along comes the second wish. The person wants to be loved, but they say, I'm not worthy or nobody likes me. Now, I'm not worthy is a wish. It actually produces the effect on you. You are now not worthy because you don't think you are and you don't come out as worthy. People don't relate to you in the way that you'd like, so your second wish is destructive. And so you now want to make the third wish. Well, it's like an affirmation, you know, people will be saying, you know, I'm kind, I'm beautiful, I'm loved, the whole world wants me, yada, 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 I'm completely worthy, and it doesn't work. It mostly doesn't work. You can't sort of force thoughts and ideas like this into your mind and expect them to work if they're built on top of clutter, like I'm not worthy, or nobody loves me, or I'm unlovable. Whatever, you know, second wish the person's got going. You have to take away the second wish, not try and force the issue by using a third wish. Okay, so you've got your good wish and it's just coloured and messed up by the second wish, and now you're doing a third wish to try and get back to the first. Well, it doesn't work. Life just doesn't work like that. What you've got to do is find and strip off the second wishes. And there are lots of them, all the negative things. Now, how serious can this be? Well, let me tell you an example of mine, a patient of mine who had cancer. And she was busy wishing away the cancer. I can beat this, I can beat this. And I stopped her and said, come on, where is the second wish? She said, what do you mean? I said, well, you wished to get cancer. That's why you got cancer, you wished it. No, I didn't. She said, honey, don't be crazy. How would anybody wish cancer? Long story short, we found the answer to this particular puzzle. For years, decades, she'd gone saying to her husband, you make me sick, you make me sick. That was one of her standard responses. They obviously didn't get on that well, right? And every time the husband stepped out of line or did something that she didn't like, she'd say, you make me sick. So she got her wish. She got the cancer, she was sick. Soon as we got that second wish and pulled it off, it was talk about aha moment for her. It was like, wow. I've been doing this to myself. And of course, then the first wish could kick in, and the first wish is health and abundance and love and all the magic things. So that's how powerful the second wish can be. And it's no good wishing something away you don't want. By a third wish, it's too late. Earlier on, if you like, lower down, more fundamental, is this second wish that has got a whole structure built on it that says things are bad, not going to be the way you want. So a third wish up here just simply will not take root and grow because the ground is poisoned by the second wish. You've got to pull off the second wish. That's like ripping up the weeds and cleaning up the garden so that there's now good soil and the ideas that you want will begin to grow and flourish once again. Okay, well, that's the basis of what I'm going to teach you. In the second video, I'll tell you how we can use this for really, really powerful magic.